Hello my friends from the interwebs. Today I wanted to do a review of a product that I really like and that I've really been excited about, and that is the G-Fred Asbell wool jacket, which I have on right now. I'll rotate so you can see it. I really love this product. I mentioned it in a previous outing. I talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth on the actual review of the product and put out a video dedicated just on the product itself. So this is the G-Fred Asbell wool jacket. He has basically about three wool products when it comes to, he has a vest that they make, and also a wool pullover, which breaks open for a little bit, just about the same as my fleece does here. And then we have this version, which has the full zipper going all the way down the front, which is the one that I prefer and which is the one that I got. This particular one is the Cedar Swamp plaid pattern, and it is the heavy blanket weight, which when you go to his website, and I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the information below the video, I'll go ahead and put a link to his website where you can go ahead and order these. But he has these different wool pullovers and wool jackets and vests in several different wool weights. He has lightweight, which is a 9 to 10 ounce wool, a light to medium weight, which is 13 to 16 ounce wool, a medium weight, which is 17 to 20 ounce, a heavy weight, which is this one here, which is a 21 to 24 ounce wool, and then an extra heavy weight, which is 26 to 28 ounces, and then a blanket weight, which is 29 to 32. But this works well. I've had this in temperatures down to upper 30s, low 40s, and it's served me very well. So just kind of go over this. Has very ample room in the arms. Has a very ample hood, which gives you a lot of room for things like a wool beanie and so forth. It's not there's no cinch strings or anything like that. Has a YKK zipper on it. The one that I have, and I'm assuming the rest of his, it also zips up all the way up from the bottom, which I'm not exactly sure why they have that or if that's necessary. But the other thing that I really like is the pockets are just giant. They're very large pockets here. You can just fill these with all kinds of gear and stuff as you're working around camp and so forth. So like I said, I've had these down to around 30s and 40s. However, I'm sure it would work well in lower temperatures. My experience with the heavy weight, which this one here is, the 21 to 24 ounce wool, is that if it got really windy, you might feel some of that a little bit through the jacket. So if you had maybe another fleece underneath this, it would help, or if you put a shell on the outside, that would help as a windbreaker. But for its intended purposes and stuff, it just works very well. And I'm just a really big fan of wool. The advantages of wool, there's many. Obviously, it retains its insulating factor even when it's wet, up to 80% insulating factor even when it's wet. It works. It's fine when you're hanging around the campfire. You don't have to worry about burning a hole in your clothing, like the problem that you have if you have synthetics or cotton. Cotton is just plain a no-no for outdoor use. It doesn't retain its insulating factor when it gets wet. It doesn't wick moisture. When it does get wet, it stays wet. It's very hard to dry. And so wool just has none of those problems. It still works. When it does get wet, it dries pretty well, and it works well around the fire, which your synthetics aren't going to work well around a fire either. If you get a spark or an ember on them, it's going to burn a hole through it. But you don't have that issue with wool. So this is just, I really can't say enough about it. You're going to find this one here I picked up for around $82. You might think that, well, that's a little bit for a little bit more than I want to pay for a jacket. You know, I can get a fleece jacket for less than that. Well, that may be, but that's not a wool jacket. If you're looking at wool products, this is very comparably priced with other wool products. So I would say go out and get yourself one of these. He has lots of different patterns. You can see that on the website. I really like the Cedar Swamp plaid pattern. I actually wanted one with maybe a little heavier weight of wool, but I love the pattern that this particular one had, so I went with this one. So I may pick up another one in the future, but I'm very happy with this. It's going to last you a long time. If you take good care of it, you know, this is going to last you decades. So you won't regret picking this up if you grab one of these. So, well, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, favorite, and subscribe, and comment below and let me know what you think about it. And if you have one of these, let me know below in the comments. Thanks, and have a good one.